Hey guys, how y'all doing? And welcome to Scott Canada Horsemanship. So we're back with Famoso. We're going to work with the saddle today. He's real wound up right now. Kind of came in here and was running around, bothered, talking to other horses. We've got a fire in the area, so there's a little bit of smoke. But we're just going to go ahead and get him back to a good frame of mind to start with him so we can start to put saddle on him. You can see he's doing a lot better now. He was kind of racing around in here before, excited, nervous, bothered. I actually like how quick he's kind of come into the, into his mind. So what I'm really looking for now is I really want him to just, when I back up, I really want him to start thinking about just bending his body and looking back over here at me, staying in contact, not looking somewhere else. I know when we first started with him, he would be so worried about everything else out in the environment other than paying attention to whoever was working with him. And so this is a lot better. He's actually looking at me. He's paying a lot more attention, and he realizes that I am going to be the leader here. So we're just going to go ahead and prep him here real quick. Probably put the bareback pad on him and let him move around a little. And basically all we're doing is getting him ready to learn, getting him ready to accept something new. I'm obviously going to be paying attention to what's going on here. Especially if they're looking over there. If they're already looking in a spot where they're not looking at you, they kind of forget that you're there. That's where you got to be careful. I don't ever want him to forget that I'm right here. He's had this on a couple of times, so he's doing pretty good with it. All right, it'll be okay. The more we can, get him to where he's just not afraid of anything, the better he's going to be at everything. I'm going to ask him to go ahead and walk around a little bit. We're going to put him into a trot and let those stirrups bang around on him a little bit. Go ahead and trot, buddy. So this is going to feel a little different to him. Boy. That's pretty nice. I'll take that. I like that. Go back down to walk. So the stirrups are banging on him a little bit there, and that's causing him to go into that trot and just kind of stay there because it's a little bit of pressure. There you go. Good job, kid. Now pick up that trot. Go on back down to a walk, buddy. Back down to a walk. Back on down to a walk. Very nice. Back up to a trot. Back on down to a walk. Back down to a walk. Come on in. So he's really listening. I like this. So I pulled everything off of here except for the cinch. I've got a back cinch and a breast collar on there, and I've pulled all that off. I don't need to have all this extra stuff in the way. You know, we don't have to have ropes and saddle bags and everything else on the first time we saddle these guys. There's no reason to put extra stress on them when they don't need it. Let him look at it. Handled that really well, so I'll take it right off. That didn't even bother him. He's looking at something else out, looking at these other horses over here. The more I can do just putting it on and off of him, the more I can reassure him that it's not going to hurt him. All right. There we go. Come over and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, buddy. So he shows a little nervousness right there. There we go. Now I may sit here for a second, see if we can get a lick and chew. There we go. I like that. Okay. There we go. He could easily still come unglued. I'm just going to let him sit there with it. Rub on him, let him know everything's cool. I know this is kind of taking a little bit of time, but I think taking the time is definitely worth it in the long run. that kind of, and we're just going to take the whole thing off. Very nice. Nope. He handled that great. Still a little nervous. You can see his head comes up and he says, "What's that on my back?" Kind of tighten the lips. I'm gonna be able to just grab this thing and just, you know, kind of toss it right up on him and not have him worry about it. It's kind of locked up a little bit. See, his head's still in the air. He's got his ears back. He's just at that spot where he's saying, "Should I be worried?" There's our change. That's good. He doesn't need to be worried about anything. Handled that very well. I could cinch him up, but I feel like he's done a really good job. And it's about 9,000 degrees out here. I like to kind of see him lick and chew a little bit. Just let go just a little bit. So he looks like he's being real calm. And that's good. That's the way I want him to stay. But I can tell you one thing. If he were to move sideways or have this saddle move weird or something happen, he will come apart. There's no doubt about it. And I really want him to not come apart. I want him to kind of keep his head together. Learn that he never has to get to that spot. We will definitely put him to the test, you know, where he's really going to have to handle some things and learn how to deal with it when he does come apart. But I'm super happy with that. Yeah, got a nice lick and chew there, and he's looking back at this like this is just nothing. This was no big deal. And that's really what I want. I want this to never be a big deal. You know, he was really jacked up and worried and nervous, and so this was a whole lot better to be able to get him to a good level spot in his head and to be able to take this without any kind of trauma or incident. Like I say, I'm not trying to make things so easy for him that he's not going to be able to handle it when there is an incident. We will get those covered. But right now I want to train him, teach him that it's okay to take this saddle. It's going to be okay to carry this saddle. That way it's going to be so much easier when we get up on him. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe, share, all the YouTube stuff. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you all out there. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a good day.